Hi, my name is Kim, and I'm going to be starting the business Sweet Tooth. I'm actually going to be taking over a current business that's run by Marcos, but I'm just going to be changing the name. So my mission statement is to make NSU sweeter, one person at a time. Some of my strengths are going to be accessibility, a large variety, consistency with the product, customer service. And some of my threats are going to be the local stores like Walmart, Trader Joe's, Target, outtakes because they do sell candy, but they sell out a lot. Amazon, because I know some people like to just order big bulks of candy online and kind of have it delivered to them in 2 days because they have Prime. And then the vending machines in the dorms and in the buildings. Some of my weaknesses is going to be that I can only accept credit and cash because we don't take Shark cards. So I think for the students that tend to pay with their Shark card, that's going to be a little bit of a challenge. But I'm hoping that they'll still be willing to buy it. And then selective hours, because I won't be open as often as outtakes, or I won't be as accessible necessarily as the vending machines, just because I won't be open 24/7 like they are. And then some of my opportunities are Finn's football, because he's currently in a contract, I believe, with the Finn's football. So he goes to those, not a contract. Oh, well, he goes to the Finn's football.
He was invited.
He was invited
Well,
to the.
we invited him. We'll go ahead with your presentation.
Okay. He was invited to serve at Finn's football. Also events hosted on campus, clubs and organizations, and just the people on campus, because we do have an open campus. So a lot of people do go to the library, and we have a lot of kids from the youth school and stuff on campus. My location, I'm thinking I want to be in the university center during events when we host cheerleading events and like graduation. And then my main location is going to be in the shark cage, and then also in front of the library quad, probably in the afternoons on really hot days, because that's when a lot of kids tend to, walk past that area, especially with the youth school and our school having the biggest library in the state of Florida, so people come to it. And then my hours, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, it's going to be 11 to 1. And then Friday night, when all of the other businesses are open in the shark cage, I think I'm going to open from 9 to 12, just to kind of get that foot traffic. My target market is students, faculty, visitors, clubs and organizations, and Finn's football. My business strategy, I'm going to have stickers kind of as my business cards instead of just going the ordinary like business cards and handing those out. I see a lot of students that put stickers on their laptops, on their water bottles. They kind of put stickers everywhere, so I'm going to make stickers that have all of my information on it and hand those out. I'm also going to give out samples, because I think once people taste the sweet sugar, they want more. So I'm going to cut up like little pieces of the candy and like break them up and put it into little containers, and then just walk around campus and hand those out. I'm going to use the current Shark Bait social media, but I'm going to change the name. So I'm still going to have all of those followers and stuff like that, so I'm not going to have to build it up from the bottom, but I am going to change it to fit my theme. And I'm hoping to break even within 4 months. So this is just a layout of what the Instagram is going to look like. I like to kind of do Instagram planning, so I want to have, a picture of a candy, a quote, picture of a candy, a quote. I like it to be like a very consistent theme. And then these are some of my costs. So Marcos is going to sell me everything for $200, and that's including his cart, his containers, and whatever candy he has left over. So I'm not exactly sure how much candy I'm going to have to buy to start off with. I think he has a pretty decent amount left, so I think for now I'm going to be able to just sell out of what he has before I go and buy more candy. So the total cost is going to be about $327, but I'm asking for $450 just to be on the safe side in case any costs come up. And then these are just an example of some margins, and these prices are based on Amazon, but I'm gonna go to Restaurant Depot to get a majority of these in Costco. So just according to Amazon, my profits are all over $1. You can see with the gummy bears, my profit's gonna be $1.20. With the chocolate bar, it's $1.87. With the Airhead Extremes, it's $1.62, and with the popsicles, it's $1.30. Oh, and I'm gonna also be buying like a Yeti container or something to, like a cooler, a portable cooler, so that I can carry the popsicles around with me, and in case it's really hot out that day, I can put the chocolate in there as well so it doesn't melt. And then these are just some of my prices. These are based on what Marcos is currently selling them at. And I did change a couple of the prices, and I also added popsicles for $1.50. Because you can buy like a big box of like 100 popsicles for like less than $10 and sell those each for $1 to $1.50 and make a pretty good margin. So this is my survey. This is out of 117 students. I asked them what your favorite type of sweet is. 38% said chewy candy, 42% said chocolate, 14% said popsicles, and 6% said I don't like sweets. I asked them, on your way to class, would you grab a sweet? And 68% said yes. 26% said maybe after, and 6% said I don't like sweets. And I asked them, where would you most likely purchase the sweets? And 29% said the UC, 41% said in front of the library, and 38% said in the shark cage. And that's it. Thank you.
So obviously, if Marco's selling you the business, I mean, is he giving you any idea as to how successful that he has been in terms of the sales?
Yeah, so he hasn't given me a ton of information about it, but he's told me that he's already made a $700 profit. And I'm adding a couple different things that I'm hoping are going to be able to increase that. And also, I think my total cost is less than what he started for, but I'm still waiting to get all of those numbers from him. He said that he'll be sending them over to me within like a few weeks.
And this is more of a question for Cheryl, but has there not been any way to convince the university to use the shark card for any of these?
No, we've gone before student government 2 or 3 different times, and they haven't passed it.
Really?
Yeah. No, they're not.
What's their motivation to not pass it? Don't really know.
We've been working on it, but
No. I'm just curious because I remember this being an issue
Carissa's
previously.
on student government. She's vetoing it.
No, I wasn't inside it when that happened.
No.
But I'm hoping that because, number one, like Outtakes is always selling out of candy, and also
But
the fact that
do they accept shark card?
they do.
See,
Yes.
that's
Yeah, they
what I'm
do.
saying. Yeah.
But you still see people going and paying with their credit card at Outtakes. So if they're going to pay with their credit card there, and also Outtakes charges way more than this
Right.
for the smallest thing, and the students don't realize it because they're paying with their shark card. But I bought a $6 box of cereal the other day, and I looked at the receipt and I was like, oh my god, I could buy this for $3 at Walmart. So I think since I have low prices and considering the fact that I'll always be stocked up,
Right. Okay.
I don't think I should have a problem with that. Yeah, Ryan?
So if you're buying the candy off of him, is it not going to spoil over the
Yeah,
summer?
it's not. It'll be stale if you buy it
Yeah,
in May and
especially
you don't
the
sell
gummy
it till
candy.
August.
I honestly didn't think about that. I didn't even know that candy goes bad. I don't know if it goes bad. I'll have to double check on that. Yeah, that's a good point.
If I was him, I'd be selling it. I'd even be selling it for a little over cost just so he can get rid of it, because you want fresh candy. If you sell stale candy, you're not going to have people come back to buy more.
That's a good point. So I might just end up buying the cart off of him. Because I think he's put a lot of work into it, so it's able to really just cart around campus pretty easily. So maybe I'll just talk to them and buy the containers and the cart off him instead of the candy. I didn't really think of that. Yeah.
This is just a random suggestion, but I don't know if you ever noticed the sour lightsabers over at Outtakes. As soon as they go out, people just get handfuls of them, so you should sell those because those are really popular and hard to get.
I think what I'm probably gonna do is, on the Instagram, put out some
People buy
questions and questionnaires and let people just give me suggestions of what kind of candy they're looking for. Like I said, this is based off of what Marcos has, but I'm really looking to expand and have whatever. I'm open to any suggestions because I really want this to be.
And I want to clarify a few things for you. And so everybody, you need to listen to this because there's questions about if you can sell at, or if you can have your product at Finn's Football, or if you can have your product at the Shark Preview Weekend. We are given a budget. We are given a budget of how much we have to spend. So the ones that we invite are the ones that can get their costs low enough that we can offer it, still let the student have a profit, and have a variety of like 3 different businesses. This year, because there are so many of you that are going to do food businesses, it might not mean that you'll have a lock on every event. There were only 3 businesses last year that would qualify. So this year we have to look very carefully about what we'll do, how low the prices will go, and things like that. So you'll have to think about that. You weren't too clear on your popsicles and the price of your popsicles. Those you can get at Restaurant Depot, 50 for $7.22.
Okay.
So I don't know if you talked to Mackenzie to find out how much she's selling her popsicles. But you should talk to her, you should look at those, you should see the size and see if that's what you want. Because if you sell for $1.50 and she's selling for $1 this spring, that's some more market research that you need to do. You need to figure those things out.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna talk to her. Like I said, my prices were based on Amazon just because I haven't been able to go to any of these stores and really see. But I saw the size of hers and they look perfect.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm looking for. So I'm gonna talk to her and see what she's selling them at, see if she's successful, see if she thinks that she could sell them for more. And then
one of the only other thing I have is you have to be really careful about, I don't know if you'll be able to sell in the University Center. They have, Chartwell's has the franchise for in there and Outtakes and other places. I don't think you'll probably be able to sell inside, and you'll have to check with the appropriate people at Nova to do that. Now, we haven't had a problem with students selling outside the library quad out in there. I just think you guys need to be more aggressive about selling in front of Mako, in front of Commons, in some of those other places where the students are all going back to. So, you know, let's try to drive students. Our open signs are supposed to go up. Our banners, I'm still waiting for the person to come to help us put our banners up around campus. I think you guys, with all the food business, will drive a lot more business to Mako Hall this next fall.
well, so am I gonna be allowed to be in front of Mako? Because I would happily sit in front of Mako and sell these. I just, like,
Well, can you hear what I'm saying? We're trying to encourage
Yeah.
people to be at Shark Cage. That's the place that we have to operate. You can be out there some of the time, but we're trying to drive business to the Shark Cage. Let's make that the destination of choice. You've got 600 students right there in that dorm. You've got Goodwin right there, you've got Commons right there. That's where the majority of your students are gonna be. So try to get them to come to Shark Cage.
okay.
All of you, all of you.
I'm gonna do a lot of like Instagram giveaways and stuff like that, and I'll have all of the contests and all of that, like, I'll have those all taking place in the Shark Cage.
Yeah.
My last thing is, can you go back one slide? Yeah, so you might want to add, I don't see on there the price of where you want to, whatever you want to carry the popsicles in. Oh, I do, it's up there, it's $70. So I did look, and it's like $150 for a Yeti, so you might want to like recost it out for a Yeti unless you want to get something smaller, which would cost you around like $30 to $50, so you could decrease your price there.
The Yeti that I found was $69.99, but I was at Walmart yesterday and they have these styrofoam ones.
Well,
Let's
we
go
have-
bad really quickly, don't.
We have three coolers at Shark Cage that I bought for Shark Cage last year.
Oh,
I bought those so that we could take them to the Finn's football game. And Fred graciously let us borrow that great big one that we used during the Finn's football game. So we have those already.
okay, I didn't know that. So then if I'm allowed to use those, then I'll just completely take this off the price. But I'm excited and I think people are gonna like it.
Thank you.